Yeah, I hate to ruin your morning, but it's going to be more like R plus 10.
I assure you, you will not ruin my morning, Scott Jennings.
It's going to be more like 10 or 11, I think, after all of this, because not only do you have the Virginia case, you've got Louisiana redrawing, Tennessee.
Let's put up the map if we can there, just to show the redistricting push. We calculate that Republicans have figured out a way to pick up about 14 seats, Democrats is about 6, so that's a net 8.
But you haven't. But Louisiana is still yellow. That's going to be another.
Yeah, it's all
Alabama's another one. South Carolina mayor. We'll see what happens in South Carolina. So the point is, and look, don't take it from me. Washington Post, New York Times, the math and the map totally upended. So just a few days ago, Republicans were in the doldrums about the midterms. Mm-hmm. Now, because of Virginia, because of the redraws after the Voting Rights Act case, you've got Republicans feeling resurgent. The map looks good. The money looks good. The candidates look good. So we actually have a real race here, whereas just a couple of weeks ago, Republicans were in despair.
But Republicans still have to win those seats.
Yeah, I mean, the political map, like, y'all are cheating. Okay, just accept it. Yeah,
how's it cheating?
Let me just finish. You're cheating, and because you politically are not favorable right now. And so this is the only way you would actually win the House is by drawing maps. But let's say you were politically favored. The reality is these maps, from the origin story of when Texas was being redrawn, are hurting one group of voters, and that is black voters. Black voters were losing power in Texas. The Voting Rights Act was gutted. In less than a week, you all took black power away from black people in Tennessee, in South Carolina, and Louisiana. So perhaps, maybe this cheating might work out in your favor, but let me tell you, there is one group of voters that will not be silenced in this moment. There is one group of voters that always have realized what that Make America Great was, and you have really erupted the sleeping giant that has passively been looking and seeing what this administration is doing. Not even like what I say Trump administration always does, a whack-a-mole. They have surgically attacked black voters since day one, from cutting DEI and now to the Voting Rights Act. And I want to see what they do in November.
Well, let's rewind the tape. In 2018, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court was just partisan and elected at the ballot box, and a majority Democrat redrew Pennsylvania's map to help Democrats take over Congress in 2018. Democrats were not outraged by that. Mark Warner, who just decried this Virginia decision, the decision was written by Justice Arthur Kelsey. You know who put him on the appellate bench? Governor Mark Warner. This is selective outrage from Democrats. North Carolina has redrawn their lines about 6 times in the last 6 elections. Why? Because the Democrats always go to court and always try to get new lines that are favorable to them. Sue till blue. That's the mantra that they use.
Sue till blue?
Sue till blue. Democrats will sue on any map until it's blue. They do their mid-decade redistricting in the courts, and we have seen it for 3 years. And that is what's happening here. They've gone to Utah this cycle and sued to get the map drawn for themselves. Like, partisan redistricting is a fact of life. And now
this isn't partisan.
On the campaign,
what is it?
Sure it is.
Racial redistricting.
On the campaign,
you literally are taking Memphis, which is a city that with black voters, and you split it in 3, stretching 3,000 miles.
Who's the current Democrat congressman there? What is it? A black congressman?
Just because black people are allowed to like people that don't look like them?
Exactly. And that is the point I wanted you to make, because just because you're not going to have a black congressman, why is it that a Republican can't do just as well representing black voters as a Democrat?
Because
why
they
does
aren't
your race,
electing.
Why does your race determine your politics?
It doesn't. No. You're making my point, actually. The assumption is black people. No. The assumption is black people will only elect black people. No, black people are smart enough to elect.
The assumption is
let me finish. Black people will elect people who will actually represent them, who have their best interests in heart. And what Republicans have done in Tennessee is dismantle the power for black people to have their voice. They did the same thing in Texas, because they said they thought Latinos were going to swing for Republicans. There are black people that are represented. I'm black, and I got a Republican president right now. Black people don't elect black people based on race. They elect people that are aligned with their moral, their beliefs in justice, and Republicans just took that away from them in Tennessee and in other states.
I just disagree that the only kind of a politician who can elect black people in Congress must be a Democrat. This is just an artificial.
That's not what I'm saying.
The Democratic
That's
Party.
not what I'm saying.
Black voters are still fully franchised and can go vote for whoever they want.
Not
it
what
just
I'm
doesn't
saying.
have to be a Democrat.
Well, I mean, Brad, to your Sue till blue, were Republicans not just celebrating a Supreme Court decision that gutted the Voting Rights Act on racial grounds, but also embraced partisan gerrymandering? I mean, that was part of the actual reasoning given behind the decision, was that that districts should be drawn from a partisan perspective. effective.
Partisan
I think that
districting has always been allowed by the Supreme Court. It's always been a criteria allowed. We delegate this responsibility to the states. Now, by the way, it wasn't always the case. We used to elect some members of Congress statewide. You could go back to that if you wanted to do that right now. 1967 is the Single Member District Act that you could repeal. But we've always allowed courts, majority liberal courts, majority conservative courts have always allowed partisanship as a criterion.
All right, everyone stick around. We got more to talk about.